Hi, welcome to the road to Larapinta. I'm Adrian and I am on my way to London. So I thought I'd just say a few things about the joy of travelling. I've travelled to I think nine. This will be the 9th marathon that I've travelled to, and there's a few special things that you gotta really take into consideration, because travelling does take it out of you. It does tire you out, and it can impact a race performance. So a couple of tips. If you can, travel in advance of the race. I'm going to have just over a week after I get to London to recover from that journey. 24 hours sat on airplanes is not pleasant. When you're flying economy, as some of us have to do because we're not made of money.
Oh no, that's awful.
Yeah, it's hard work being cramped in a plane. So the first tip, make sure you do that as early as you can. Have as much of a break as you can before the race. Secondly, be rested before you get on the plane. I had a bit of a run this morning, but I spent all of today just lazing around doing nothing. I packed my bags, but that was it. I lazed around in bed, watched a bit of TV, didn't really do very much. Another tip, stay hydrated before you get on the plane, and don't take advantage of too much drinking. Now, Brisbane Airport's done a great job of helping me out here, because I was very, very tempted to sit down and have a beer while waiting for the plane. But it being Good Friday and a public holiday, in order to have a beer I would have had to have bought some food as well, and by the time you add the 15% surcharge for it being public holiday, it was going to cost a fortune. So I decided not to, which is probably better for me in the long run anyway.
A very sensible decision.
And the other tip for having the most relaxing flight you possibly can on the way to a race: noise cancelling headphones. These are an absolute godsend. Noise cancelling headphones and a Bluetooth transmitter, so you can plug it into the in-flight entertainment and actually hear what you're doing, what you're listening to nicely. And when you want to go to sleep, you can go to sleep in near silence. That's essential for long-haul travel. Pick this up later. Bye. One of the things I like to do in the middle of a long flight is actually get up and go for a bit of a walk. So a couple of times in that last flight, which was 14 hours, I got up, go for a walk to the back of the plane, stand, have a bit of a stretch, drink a couple more glasses of water than necessarily being handed out. Try and eat when food is given, try and sleep when the lights are dim, not worry too much. If you can't sleep, it's not going to happen. And the whole reason, I guess, one of the reasons of travelling so far in advance of the race is to make sure there's enough time to recover at the other end. So I've got more than a week. Once we hit London before the race, that should be plenty of time to get over the exhaustion of travel. I do have to say, as airport transit lounges go, this is really quite pleasant. Here for 2 hours before getting back on another plane.
Oh man, but you must be so exhausted already.
Today, I'm currently it's actually quite cold. Fields of rural Hampshire in the south of England have in the countryside that I grew up in. That's quite nice. back and have a look around the old place. Nothing much has changed. Still fields. It's a lot colder than I expected. I don't know why it's colder than I expected. I should have known it's going to be cold. So yes, all of yesterday, the day before, it's an undisclosed amount of time, I don't know, was spent sat on aeroplanes. So this morning, I thought I need to shake out the legs and try and get myself into this time zone. I've got a week to adjust, which should be fine. Look at that. Bluebells. London. How nice is that? Beautiful, huh? So yes, this morning just going to go, I think it's about a 9k loop around the fields. Yeah, it is cold. There's a little bit of a breeze, it's quite biting. Not something I'm used to at all. Running feels good though. So I don't want to stand still too long, so I'm getting cold. This is crazy. So it's a little bit later now. Sun's risen a bit more and just the edges have gone off the cold. Which, well, either that or I've warmed up. I've got a little bit used to it. I don't know. Feels much better now. Which pretty much brings me towards the end of this run. Which has served its purpose. Shaking out some of the jet lag and the travel out of the legs. Get me settled. In terms of a mood check, I'm feeling okay. I'm very much looking forward to race day. I kind of failed that challenge, I think. I wanted to be doing marathon pace, 5 1k reps, but I ended up, instead of doing them around about 4:55 per k, or like 4:35 per k, I just couldn't hold myself back like a caged animal. But I mean, seriously, how nice is this? This is where I grew up, the little village of Oakley, and yeah, it's kind of nice to be back. This weather is amazing. Just imagine how easy running would be if you lived in a place that had weather like this all the time. Incredible. Anyway, that's enough for today. Next time, I'll be out on a shakeout run in the middle of London. So we'll see you then. Bye. I've made it to the expo. It's pretty busy here, but there are about 50 different lines to go pick up the numbers, so the lines themselves aren't too long. There's only 4 people in front of me. It shouldn't take too long to get the number. It's very exciting. It's becoming very, very real. It would be very easy to spend hours and hours here just wandering around looking at all sorts of stuff. Got to be careful not to waste too much energy just standing around, walking around, looking at all the good stuff that's available. Lots of merchandise from every vendor under the sun. I'm going to try and be disciplined, not see too much, get back out. I've got the number, got everything I need to be here for. It's time to get out. shakeout run with the running club. Reaching a point on this shakeout run where I know we're going to be on Sunday. When I reach this point, everything's going to be hurt. Not far from the finish. Hi, Adrian here again. So it's race day. I've made it to the start area. There's a whole bunch of different start areas for the London Marathon, and I'm in the pink assembly area, which is actually the smallest, which is pretty cool because it's all very chill here. The toilets, you can probably see behind me, don't have too much of a queue. I've got about an hour to kill before the
Good
start corral's
morning.
actually open.
Start. Welcome to the TCS London Marathon 45th
in terms of dropping off bags.
If you're just arriving, you've got plenty of time to
There's
take
trucks.
care of the housekeeping.
See,
Make
just
sure
behind me there.
Kit number is on your kit
Just
bag.
throw the bag in
Pull that drawstring
just before we
time,
start.
and then when you're ready, you can take it over to our volunteer.
A little bit nervous,
at the lorry,
a little bit
maximum
excited.
number on your kit bag. Do head
Quite
over
relaxed.
to the toilet early.
Should be good. I'm looking forward to the morning immensely.
Setting off those waves. And we have a little water refill.
It's all very real now. It's nice and cool and pleasant at the moment. It is due to get a little bit warm, and they're forecasting temperatures up to 21, 22 degrees
Too hot.
this afternoon. I should be done before it gets up too hot. It's kind of funny that there's been warning emails to everybody here saying it's going to be so hot, make sure you take care, adjust your goals accordingly. And 21 degrees, I'm thinking, well, that would have been a dream all summer if we'd had weather like that.
I wouldn't be so cocky if I were you.
So, I guess if you've been training through a UK winter, then 21 degrees is slightly more intimidating. All right. Well, I'm going to sit down and get into a nice zen state before starting the race. Catch up with you later. You are mad. Well done.
Come on, Morgan.
I'm going to try and do some recording through the race if I can, but no promises. It might get hard. I might decide that pulling the camera out of my pocket is just more than I can bother. But we'll see. Just about to go through the start. It's suddenly become very real.
Let's go, run pack.
All right, let's do this. See if I can beat Claire with a 3:30 and 13 seconds from 2 weeks ago. Just gone through 5k, so 24 minutes and 35 seconds, which is pretty much exactly where I wanted to be. But then, like 5k in, so you'd expect. Crowds are definitely turned up. Oh look, there's Big Ben. They say, when you can see Big Ben, you pretty much finished the race. How cool is that? Check it out. World record attempt in progress.
Hi. 17.
Good luck.
Good luck to you.
And that's the Cutty Sark. Next stop, Tower Bridge. Takes a special kind of lunatic to run in a 4-person caterpillar suit. Well done, mate.
We're doing it.
Yeah,
We're doing it.
awesome.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Slightly uphill. And that's 20 k's done. I can't hear myself speak. Brilliant. That's the assignment on the bridge dealt with. Just gone through halfway. We're 1:44, 40 something. So, the summary there. In order to hit the 3:30 goal, I've got to just make sure that I do not slow down. It's not going to be easy. Bye-bye. How's that for a view? And here's the finish. That's done. Marathons are hard. Number 19 in the bank. And well, pretty much confirms, Claire, you got me beat. Absolutely. It's very difficult to put into words how it feels when you get to the end. Oh God. Feeling just a little bit emotional, but there you go. Got this baby. doesn't get any easier. It really doesn't. And I am just about ready now to. I don't know what I'm ready to do. Something. Drink. I don't really feel like eating, but I should eat. Eating is good for recovery. I don't really want to. Oh, my bag should be just here somewhere, so let's just pick that up and then let's see if I can locate my family who are around here somewhere. Sometimes you just have to soak up a bit of atmosphere after running the race as well. So, London post-marathon, absolute mayhem. Very much a party atmosphere. So, amazing. Just amazing. If you get a chance to run London, do it. There's nothing quite like it anywhere in the world. I stand by it. Best race in the world. Absolutely best race in the world. Okay, so a couple of days have passed since the end of the marathon. I've had a chance to, I guess, recover and reflect on how the race went. So I'll give a bit of a debrief, I guess. Firstly, I guess one of the things that really needs to be said is that it's an amazing event. Right from the get-go, the organisation, the expo, the process of going and picking up your number, really trouble-free. 57,000 people going and picking up the number. It would be easy for it to be a queuing nightmare. It was big, it was busy, but it worked very efficiently. So that was very good. Getting to the start of the race, really easy. Trains around London are pretty good. There was people everywhere telling you exactly where to go. And it was good. The closer you got to Greenwich, the more crowded the trains got, the more that excitement built. And in the start zone itself, in the pink start where I was, it was quite relaxed. The efficiency of bag drop-off was amazing. Bag drop truck was no more than 50 metres away from my start pen, and super efficient for dropping it off. And then at the end of the race, picking the bag back up again. Dead easy. Through the finish line, got the medal. Truck was just there. Walked up to the truck, and the guy handed me my bag. I didn't even have to tell him what number I was. He was already on top of it. So very, very efficient. Full marks for that. Other aspects of the race. Water on course. Was in bottles, which is strange. Most races tend to have water in paper cups, which you can squeeze and drink from. It's a bit of an art to learn how to do that, and you throw them away. But bottles, little plastic bottles, meant that there's a lot of people who take a couple of sips from the bottle and then toss it. So you have bottles half full of water just all over the road, which when somebody accidentally kicks them, they go flying. So they're quite hazardous. But from my perspective, there was plenty of water there, despite it being warm. I didn't have a problem with that. So the race itself, how did it go? To start off with, I knew I was going to execute my plan of trying to run 4:55 per K. to come in just under 3 hours 30. I did that for the first 5-10 Ks of the race without any problem at all, but my heart rate was slightly higher than I expected it to be. So I guess the early warning signs were there that it wasn't quite going to be my day. And I think that was the heat. It was an unusually hot day for London. Temperatures, they were saying it was 22 degrees. I heard other people say that it got up to sort of 23, 24 degrees on the road. And it was reasonably humid for London. Of course, from a Brisbane perspective, that shouldn't really be a game changer. It's not devastatingly hot and humid. That's not going to put anybody in hospital who's been training in Brisbane. But it was enough to take its toll. And I knew pretty much as soon as I went through halfway, over Tower Bridge, past the halfway point, I knew that I was unlikely to be able to hold it. So it was always going to be a struggle to see how long can I hold on to the pace. That section from 25 Ks round to about 35 Ks through the Isle of Dogs and Canary Wharf was savage. It just seemed to go on forever and ever and ever. It was particularly hot around there. The air just did not seem to be moving at all. And I didn't think that section of the race was ever going to end. So that was really trying. And by the time I'd gone past 30 Ks, I was feeling pretty tired. So the pace did start to drop. That was when I dropped from those 4:55 per Ks to more like 5:15s, and the goal went out the window at that point, really. And it became about finishing and seeing, right, how long can I sort of maintain that pace and not let it go any further, get any worse, which I managed to dig in and keep going. So in the end, a finish time of 3 hours and 34 minutes. I'm pretty happy with. Under those conditions, that was a good result. And 2 minutes faster than last time I ran London 8 years ago, and the fastest race I've run outside of Australia. So I'm really happy with that, and it's an amazing event. I have to say to anybody watching who hasn't had a chance to run London, if you get a chance, if there's any way that you can get to go and run London, do it. It is the best race in the world.
You are repeating yourself.
The crowds, second to none. They are the best. So yeah, do it. And with that, I guess that kind of wraps up the road season. No more chasing fast speeds, running on in flat condition.
Yes, well, we'll see about that.
It's time to look ahead to the Larapinta Trail, which is, after all, the whole reason for this channel. And really focus a little bit more on hitting the trails, going up and down some hills, slowing things down. So it'll be interesting. And it's going to be quite a change. So 3 hours, 34 minutes. Not quite what I was hoping for, but a decent result nonetheless. And if we go back to the predictions that we were looking at in the previous video, you can see that actually Garmin Race Predictor absolutely nailed this one. It said 3 hours and 34 minutes and I think 13 seconds. I came in 3 hours, 34 minutes and 19 seconds. That's pretty good going. So maybe Garmin knew what the weather was going to do. Who knows? That's it from us. That's it from the UK. I'm done. Hit subscribe. You see how things go for the rest of the year. If you want to see how Claire went in Canberra, I'll put a linky up here somewhere. Yeah, hit subscribe. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.